Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Munira Hussain from MJB Government Girls PG College, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Today we are going to talk on the module Stages of Sugar Cookery from paper Food Science. So students, let's see what we are going to learn from this module. This module will learn about the boiling behavior of the sugar, identification of the different stages of sugar cookery and uses of different stages of sugar in making confectionery products. Students, you must be knowing that making sugar syrup and caramel always begin with the heating and melting ordinary granulated sugar and recrystallizing it according to the need. As the water continues to evaporate, the temperature continues to the rise. When most of the water of the syrup has evaporated, the temperature of the syrup begins to rise rapidly. At around 320 degrees Fahrenheit, there is no water left in the sugar syrup. There is only sugar is melted and begin to caramelize, and the sweetness start to decrease. At higher temperature, the syrup begins caramelizing and it become more darker with the further increase in the temperature. Dear students, basically temperature and the chemical interaction between a given component and the water molecule determines the component's solubility in water. Sucrose can be kept in solution in pure water at temperatures between 0 to 140 degrees Celsius. At temperatures above 100 degrees Celsius, pressurization is necessary to achieve the solubility. The relatively high solubility of sucrose is an important parameter for its bulking effect in many foods and beverages. The dissolved sugar increases the viscosity of water-based solutions or mixtures, resulting in enhanced mouthfeel. Dissolved sugar lowers the freezing point of ice cream by preventing the water molecules from combining to form ice crystals, which slows down the freezing process. The frozen water crystals no longer in solution increase the sugar concentration in the remaining solution and lower the freezing point even further, which helps in making ice cream of good quality. In bakery products, the solubility or hygroscopicity of sugar makes it to compete with flour proteins and starch granules for the available water, which minimizes gluten formation and decreases gelatinization of the starch. This makes the final product more moist and tender, and the hygroscopicity of the sugar ensures that it remains that way longer. Mixing glucose or invert sugar with sucrose increases the solubility of the combined sugar matrix and allows for production of products with higher total sugar solids than when using single components. In this way, the sugar is very helpful in making different food in and developing its good texture very well. Dear students, it is well known that when water comes out of the syrup through evaporation, leaves molten sugar behind as an ever increasing percentage of the mixture, and the level of water percentages diminishes regularly. This makes the hotter than boiling water temperatures possible and is also a gauge of both how cooked and how thick the syrup is, as well as what the nature of the molten sugar will be when cooled. In candy making, dissolving sugar in water or milk to form a syrup and boiled it until it reaches the desired temperature and concentration is important. The type of candy depends on the ingredients and how long the mixture is boiled. Candy comes in a wide variety of texture, from soft and chewy to hard and brittle. Formally, the sugar syrup undergoes 6 distinct stages or forms when it has been boiled, from room temperature to the utmost temperature of 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. These stages are named as per the methods used to test the syrup before thermometer is being in use. The third stage is the first stage, which is tested by cooling a little syrup and pulling it between the thumb and forefingers. When the correct stage is reached, a thread will form. This stage is used for making syrups. For subsequent stages, a small spoonful of syrup is dropped into cold water and the characteristics of the resulting lump are evaluated to determine the concentration of the syrup. The smooth lump indicates ball stages, with the corresponding hardness described the stage accordingly. At the soft crack stage, the syrup forms threads that are just pliable, and at the hard crack stage, the threads are brittle. So, students, the final texture of the candy depends on the sugar concentration in the solution. As the syrup is heated, it boils, water evaporates, and the sugar concentration increases, and the boiling point rises. A given temperature corresponds to a particular sugar concentration. In general, higher temperature and greater sugar concentration result in hard, brittle candies, and lower temperature result in softer candies. As it is known that each of the stage of sugar cookery falls within a range of temperature, given some leeway over how hard or soft type of sweet is to be made. This is another advantage of cold water test over a thermometer, where one can feel with fingers exactly how firm syrup has become and make allowances for having miscalculated the measures for any of the ingredients. Dear students, now we will go through different stages of sugar cookery in details. First is the thread stage. Thread stage is a cooking term, means that sugar syrup being heated and has reached to a temperature of 106 to 112 degrees Celsius. It is a test of how hot sugar syrup is and of how much water is left in it. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration is around 80% in the syrup. It is tested by dropping a small amount of sugar syrup from a spoon into a cup of cold water. If the stage has been reached, the syrup will form fine threads or lumps for you at the bottom of the glass instead of merely dissolving away in the water instantly. Prior to this stage, if you put sugar syrup in water, it will dissolve, not remain, and could not be seen. The thread stage is called for in recipes for syrups, fruit liquors, and some icing, and many of the Indian recipes wherein we want to have sugar syrup absorbed, like jalebi, gulab jamun, etc., are being formed using syrup cooked at this stage. The thread stage could be observed into two steps. At first, a half thread consistency comes when a single thread is formed and breaks immediately when your forefinger and thumb are pulled apart gently. One thread consistency is come when a single thread is formed and does not break on your forefinger when your thumb are pulled apart gently. The second stage of sugar cookery is soft ball stage. In cooking, this term means that sugar syrup is being heated and reached to a temperature of 112 to 116 degrees Celsius. It is a test of how hot sugar syrup is and of how much water is left in it. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration in the syrup is around 85%. To test this state, a small amount of sugar syrup could be dropped into a spoon in a cup of cold water. If the stage has been reached, the syrup will come together and briefly form a soft ball, or more accurately a soft clump with a bit of height to it. If the clump takes out of the water, it will hold its shape for a short while, then start to flatten back down further. The softball stage is used in making fudge, fondants, pralines, peppermints, creams, Italian meringues, buttercreams, etc. Dear students, now comes firm ball stage. Firm ball stage is a cooking term meaning that sugar syrup being heated has reached 118 to 121 degrees Celsius of temperature, and it is a test of how hot sugar syrup is and how much water is left in it. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration in the syrup is around 87%. To taste this stage, when a small amount of the sugar syrup dropped from a spoon into a cup of cold water, the syrup will form a firm ball or a firm clump. The ball, when takes out of the water, will hold its shape, but it is very pliable. We can press it up to a certain extent. The firm ball stage is being used for in making of the recipes like caramels, nuggets, taffy, etc. Next comes hard ball stage. Hard ball stage is a cooking term meaning that sugar syrup is being heated up to a temperature of 121 to 100 degrees Celsius. It is a test of how hot sugar syrup is and how much water is left in it. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration in the syrup is around 92%. When a small amount of sugar dropped from a spoon into a cup of cold water, the syrup will form a firm ball or a firm clump. If it has been pressed down, it will hold its shape even after taking it out of the water and will hold its shape. This stage is used in making candies and burfis moreover. The next stage, wherein the sugar changes its characteristics and starting cracking. This stage is being known as soft crack stage. The soft crack stage is a cooking term meaning that sugar syrup being heated and has reached a temperature of 132 to 142 degrees Celsius. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration in the syrup is around 95%, which could be tasted by drizzling a small amount of sugar syrup from a spoon into a cup of cold water. If the stage has reached, the syrup will form pliable threads that will bend a bit before cracking. The sound of cracking is hearable, and which is like the glass cracking, but it is the sugar, not the glass. The simmering sugar syrup will have its bubbles becoming denser. The soft crack stage is called for in recipes like butterscotch, saltwater taffy, etc. Corresponding to the soft crack stage, next comes hard crack stage. The hard crack stage is a cooking term meaning that sugar syrup being heated and has reached to a temperature of 149 to 154 degrees Celsius. It is a taste of how hot sugar is and of how much water is left in it. At this point of heating, the sugar concentration in the syrup is reached up to 99%. It is being tasted by drizzling a small amount of the sugar syrup from a spoon into a cup of cold water. If the stage has reached, the syrup will form threads. It may actually hear cracking and be alarmed that it's the glass cracking, but it is a sugar. Reaching this stage requires a lot of constant stirring. At first with a whisk to ensure blending, then a wooden spoon. Once the hard crack stage is reached, proceed with the recipe immediately before the sugar syrup turns to rock or to become crystallized. It will also turn amber if heated more and begin to set immediately, and it is too hot to tackle. Dear students, so now your sugar is 100% in the solution and around 160 degrees Celsius. After that, it starts caramelizing. Sugar that has heated up to 170 degrees Celsius starts caramelization. At that temperature, sucrose begins to break down and form other compounds. Even food chemists do not completely understand the chemical reactions that occur during the caramelization process, but the results are delicious. Caramelized sugar has complex flavors ranging from nutty to buttery, and its use to give a rich taste to many desserts items is important. It also imparts good golden brown color to the many of the recipes and the candies. So students, after going through all these stages of sugar cookery, we now come to the end stages of it, that is clear liquid stage and caramel stage. After being boiled up to soft crack stage, sugar become 100% in the syrup and is in liquid form. Once the syrup has passed hard crack stage, the cold water taste won't show anything other than hard brittle strands of sugar when dropped into the water. Furthermore, there are more uses for sugar syrup which has been boiled up to this high temperature other than as a dessert decoration or a coloring additive to foods which need to be colored brown, such as gravies and toffees. At this point, there is little or no water left in the syrup, and the sugar begins to break down, creating rich flavors as the sugar caramelizes, but which gradually become bitterer and burnt in flavor. Dear students, let's have a brief look over all the stages of sugar cookery. First is the thread stage. It comes on 106 to 112 degrees Celsius. The sugar concentration at this stage is around 80%, and the appearance of the syrup will form a loose thin thread used for making sugar syrups. Next is soft ball stage, which comes around 112 to 115 degrees Celsius. The sugar concentration at that stage is around 85%. The syrup will form a soft sticky ball that can be flattened when removed from the water. This stage is being used for caramels, fudges, pralines, fondants and buttercreams. The third stage of sugar cookery is firm ball stage, which comes around 116 to 120 degrees Celsius of temperature, and the sugar concentration at this level is around 87%. The syrup will form a firm but pliable sticky ball that holds its shape briefly, used for caramels, buttercreams, nuggets, marshmallows, meringues, gummies and toffees. The next step of sugar cookery is hard ball stage, which comes around 112 to 130 degrees Celsius of the temperature, and it contains 92% of sugar. The syrup will form a hard sticky ball that holds its shape. This stage is used for caramels, nuggets, divinity and toffees. Next comes soft crack stage, which is obtained around 132 to 143 degrees Celsius, and the sugar concentration is at this stage is around 95%. The syrup will form strands that are firm yet pliable. This stage is used for making in butterscotch, firm nuggets and taffies. The significant and distinct next step is hard crack step. In this stage, the temperature of the solution is around 146 to 105 degrees Celsius and the concentration of sugar is around 99%. The syrup will form threads that are stiff or brittle and break easily. This stage is used for brittles, toffees, glaces, hard candy, pulled pod and spun sugar products, etc. The next stage is the clear liquid stage. This stage comes at around 160 degrees Celsius and this stage the sugar is 100%, no water left in the solution. At this temperature all the water has boiled away, the remaining sugar is liquid, light amber in color. This step is used mainly for making candies like groundnut candies and other nut candies. After boiling further, the sugar starts becoming browning and caramelizing. So the last step is the brown liquid or caramel stage. It comes around 160 or up to 182 degrees Celsius. The concentration of sugar is 100%. The syrup is more transparent and changes its color, ranging from light golden brown to dark amber. This stage is used for making caramels, brittles, etc. After that, the sugar becomes totally burnt and no major use has been done from this stage because the syrup is like bitter and not in golden color. Dear students, let's have a quick look on at what temperature and at what stage different types of candies are being made. First comes jelly, which is normally made on 105 degrees Celsius. The temperature is before thread stage. All syrups are made on 110 degrees Celsius, which is a thread ball stage. Fudges and creams are made on 115 degrees Celsius. The stage is soft ball stage or firm ball stage. Caramels and divinities are made on 121 degrees Celsius. It is a hard ball stage. Taffy and marshmallows are also made on 126 degrees Celsius, which is a hard ball stage. Butterscotch and popcorn balls are made on 137 degrees Celsius, which is a soft crack stage. Peanut brittles are made on 150 degrees Celsius, which is a hard crack stage. And glaces and barley sugar, etc., are made on 160 degrees Celsius, which is a clear liquid stage. Dear students, let's have a look on how these stages of sugar should be tested and how should be the procedure of testing it. The candy thermometers are the most accurate way of determining the temperature of boiling syrup. It should always be attached to the side of the pan after washing down sugar crystals. Make sure that the thermometer does not touch the bottom of the pan. Read the thermometer at a high eye level. Verify the accuracy of candy thermometer by checking its reading in boiling water because the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. If your thermometer does not read 100 degrees Celsius at sea level, the thermometer is not accurate. Water always boils at lower temperature above sea level because there is a less air pressure. To adjust the temperature of a recipe, add or subtract the difference from 100 degrees Celsius as needed. Much of the candy making starts with making syrup from sugar and water and then cooking it to a certain temperature depending on the candy being made. All of the thermometers required are over 100 degrees Celsius, which at first seems impossible because the boiling temperature of the water is 100 degrees Celsius and it can't get any hotter. So it requires a candy thermometer to use in making sugar syrups and testing the stages of the sugar. For this purpose, a candy thermometer, which is also known as sugar thermometer, is used. It measures the temperature and therefore the stage of a cooking sugar solution. These thermometer can also be used to measure in other cookery procedures like heating of oil. There are several kinds of candy thermometer available in the market. These are traditional liquid thermometer, coil spring dial thermometer and digital thermometers. The digital thermometers tend to read the temperature more quickly and accurately, and some models have an alarm when the thermometer hits a certain temperature. Many models have markers for the various stages of the sugar cookery. A candy thermometer is similar to a meat thermometer except that it can read higher temperature, usually 200 degrees Celsius or more. Dear students, this much of care and accuracy is required in making sugar syrups and in deciding the stages of the sugar cookery because depending on the source there will be slight difference in temperature ranges as well as descriptions for the various cooked sugar stages. Therefore, it is best to use all of these tables and guidelines to familiarize with the various stages of the cooked sugar and their corresponding temperature. What the cooked sugar looks like at each stage and their uses should be known to you very clearly. One way to test for these stages is to drop out a spoonful of the cooked sugar into a glass of cold water. This we have very well cleared in all stages of the sugar cookery, which is known as cold water test. So students, I hope you have enjoyed a lot about going through all stages of sugar cookery right from the thread stage to the caramel stage. Now it's time to sum up the whole process. Dear students, we can say that cold water test is more accurate for making sweets in any altitude because the changing atmospheric pressure alters temperature of the stages of sugar cookery, but the cold test is determined the behavior of the sugar at a particular stage. So it is not dependent upon the temperature, but it is more dependent upon the concentration of the sugar in the solution. The cold water test will give the same results regardless of the altitude, and so it helps to turn out perfect sweet in every time, everywhere. It is very interesting to note the changing behavior of sugar solution, and more accurately we say sugar syrup right from a thin solution to a viscous mass which goes through different and distinct stages, and as thread stage, soft ball stage, firm ball stage, hard ball stage, and then soft and hard crack stages up to the caramelization of the sugar. These changing behavior of the sugar syrup gives sweet taste ingredients a very important place in food science, which serves a variety of confections in the form of fudges, toffees, caramels and a lot more. So students, now it is clear that each of the stage of sugar cookery falls within a range of temperature and the concentration of this sugar in the solution, which gives some leeway over how hard or how soft type of sweet is to be made. This is another advantage of the cold water test over a thermometer, where one can feel with fingers exactly how firm the syrup is and has become, and make allowances for having miscalculated the measures for any of the ingredients.